Our students have a mental power and toughness that is always changing, endlessly experimenting with the latest and cutting-edge research. Our understanding continually evolves with over 200 arcane laboratories. They are shaped in clinics and grafted in the real world. From careful studies basics to full ISIT certification, we teach it all. Our campus is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ravnica. If you're dedicated to nature and science, Simic University is for you. Simic University, we don't just teach evolution, we evolve.
Well, it's a first. Today, we're doing something we've never done before. I don't even know if this is going to be a good show or not. I'll be perfectly honest with you. First of all, thank you, Shiraz and Paparak Barney, in joining us in the chat already at the top of the show. If you'll notice, this is a hot mess. It's just a bunch of options. Last week, I asked a lot of you for ideas. I got all of 0. I could see why when I started it off, because I quickly was realizing this is just better to be either, your typical hexproof deck or mono green. But I said we were going to build Simic. We're going to build it together. I've got a lot of options in the sideboard, just one-ofs, and then we'll slowly see what goes main and whatnot. The problem I've been having is, what the hell do I put in main? The first iteration was like, well, I want counter magic. But it's such a proactive deck. You want to be doing stuff with your mana all the time. So I kind of pulled the counter magic out and went with, I don't know. So we're going to discover together. It might suck, whatever. We'll play it a few times, so it's going to be a radically different show today. But the same bald guy's here. So, hey, Paladin19, hello, back at ya. So, yeah, unfortunately, this is like when I need the most people, and it's just the top of the show. So hopefully, please be very active, chat. And I guess the first question is, we have all these, this isn't all the options, obviously, but my main deck, I'm at 20 lands. I've got 2 gardens, 4 islands. We've got 2 chambers, 4 falls, and the rest are just basics. I don't want to make it a full hexproof list. I like this because of the mana cost. If we do have an island or whatever, we're still not a dead play. And, oh, shoot, I forgot. Who was the, can't remember who donated those. Dang it. I always forget something. I got these lists that I write everything down on, so I try not to leave anybody out. And, I forgot that one, but so one of you donated some nice foil wild growths, which I like a lot better than the white bordered ones. So, but I like this and the abundant growth, obviously, for the draw. But with the mana the way it is to hit consistently, I didn't want to really rely too heavily on Utopia Sprawl, so I wanted the ramp and the draw, so I went with a split on those. So almost looks like PauperRBust. Yeah, I looked at that list. Considered playing that one too. Yeah, it's a long time ago. I made a beast deck with the hexproof 3/3 dude. It's a lot of fun, but no real hardcore beast thing. And so even like a Phidian's Eye, right? 2 and a blue, draw a card. Okay, but the Umbra is an upgrade, and it's still just green, and keeps your dude safe. Outside of edicts and stuff like that, and you're still able to draw a card. So anyway, I like the shell here. Actually, no, I don't want Marasa in there. I like the 2 cartouches main, and I think we can throw Umbra here. So we've got 10 spots to build with. I like the 2 cartouche in this creature package. We've got the 2 gardens for edict stuff. I kind of want to lean a little bit more on enchantments, though, because without them, these are, go a little bit south. Also is the Yavimaya Enchantress. It's like Gnarlid, 6, 7, and 8, but she gets blocked by everything. It's just like and we don't have much removal. And so I'm really after evasion. So with all that being said, Cooper the Red in the house. All right, add Young Wolf to help versus edicts. Yeah, well, we've got 2 gardens and 2 growth chambers. I'm not too sure I want to worry too much about that. But anyways, I want to go over some of the options. But if it gets a second, we'll play it. I've considered, counter spells like this. I like Snap. I like these guys against, fairies and company. It might be a pretty good little old school tech coming in. Negate is a bit of a catch-all. I'm worried about playing Miscalculation because I'm so impatient. I'll probably just cycle it every time. And again, this sitting back and waiting on counter spells, holler if you want to do it, build it that way. I find I want to keep turning things sideways and attacking, and it's not a kind of a waiting around deck. Now, here's an aura that might keep our Gnarlid happy, but then we can't throw Rancors on it and stuff, but maybe we won't need to at that point. Got the new card here. I'm just going to get rid of this, though, because there's a lot better options. But, the new set is out. It's been having some fun with it. We could go like the Unstable Mutation route, which is... the creature's going to die pretty quick, but it is an aura, and it's very low on the curve. So out of what I got in the sideboard, somebody speak up. This is supposed to be a community show. I know we've got to vote for Young Wolf, but I guess we could maybe fit one of those in the side. Keep that option open. We can always change mid go, but I don't know. It might be kind of fun to build with Unstable Mutation, except that. Yeah, because whatever I do, these 10 cards, they've got to be blue. Otherwise, it's like, what are we doing? Just build it pure green. And I said we are going to try to build Simic, or try to. Win or lose. I mean, it's like good or bad, whatever comes of it, we don't know. So anyway, Outwit is interesting. Good Edict Food. A lot of people forget about this card, obviously, with Fling and stuff. So, and keeping the counter to Wand Blue is pretty cool. Seal of Removal is interesting, just to get things out of the way and such, or save your own dude. But also got to play Mutation. All right. Mutation, we will. But now, how many, chat? Win Zendicon's pretty cool, except that your mana is kind of crucial early, and I don't know, the evasion, I played like 4 games with it, and I kind of always didn't like seeing it, and it always seemed to show up when I had like 2 lands, and I'm like, Yeah, we've got the Biomathematician, Cooper the Red. There he is, right there. Boop. Yeah, he's pretty cool, but a little out of the woods for what we're building for. And then obviously this big beast, I almost wish I didn't. I totally forgot that this was Strixhaven week, and here I am trying to force like an old color combo when there's new cards out. But I've run into that first day of school deck like 9 times, and I won 9 times, and I haven't been playing great decks or any meta decks or anything. Obviously it's early in the game and stuff. I think my initial prospects on that card might have been true, where you've got to have a lot. Obviously you need the prospector. If you follow on Facebook, a lot of people, including me, have built elves with it and such. So anyway, so yeah, there's, other than this plant dog, there ain't much there. Okay, so we have a vote for Unstable Mutation, so I think we'll just max out on those, leaving us 6 more spots. Obviously a lot of these will be in the sideboard. I would be partial to maybe a Seal of Removal, and we're not looking to break the format here. We're not telling tales out of school, however you want to phrase it. This is not going to crush anybody. It's a nice little experiment in community deck building, giving it a try. We'll see. I probably couldn't have chose a harder sort of a way of going about it. This is not that Simic never works. There's a lot of good builds out there. It's just there's a very powerful way to build this. Obviously, you see in Hexproof, it's going to become the norm, has the upside of life gain and things like that. I just, through these studies and doing this, you can kind of check the box off, and sometimes you find something, a nice little interaction and whatnot. There was another one. Oh yeah, what's that enchantment? Aqueous Form. Creature can't be blocked. It's an aura, and every time you attack, you scry. But I'd rather be just drawing. If I'm going to use a card for advantage, I just want to be drawing a card, not looking at the top one if I have the advantage. So I like Snake Umbra for that reason. So maybe we mix it up, and we'll play like maybe 2 seals, and we also got Disrupt. But I want to kind of keep this close to. Let's get 2 Alexi's Cloaks in there, just so we've got some nice just 2 options to keep our big fat teddy bear alive, because this is the focus of the deck right here. We're trying to get this guy out. So Arcane Flight, interesting. Let me see if I can find that. Can you bring it up in the I don't know if I even have that card. Enchantment gets... Not bad. I don't know if I even... Oh, doesn't look like I have it. But flying is quite... Not the best evasion. Pretty good. But I think I'm going to rely on smash and grab here. All right, let me sort these by... sort by mana value. I keep this card nice and low. We've got 2 more spots. I wonder if there's any enchantments that let's look here. Trying to keep it just to type. We'll say, hey, what's going on here? Where'd my stuff go? There we go. Okay, enchantment, and I'll say go even further. We'll say aura. I've already done this, but just so anybody out there that's never used these before can attest, we can find all kinds of... What's going on with this, man? There we go. Aura, and let's just keep it blue for right now. Turn all these off. Go from here. I can do the 0 thing here. I hate how it auto sorts that again, but so I would probably favor like Emotion's Desire over that, but again, that's looking for a long game because you're getting a 2-for-1 effect if you did want flying, and you're able to do that. So outside of running like Careful Study and stuff, I'm not quite sure. Going to eat ram through for removal. Very cool, Stallhaven. But yeah, it's another yet another non-aura, and it isn't blue. I'm trying to make this Simic angle work because we've got so much green in here that I want these last 2 to be blue. But that's a very good call for the sideboard. Ram through. Let's find that, please. Ah, where'd you go? There we are. Boink. So we've got that. Now against fairies, I kind of like this 1-2 punch here. Yeah, Mold Drifter would be a pretty good call, unfortunately, huh? It's like, it's so hard to not just turn into like dot deck, you know, or like, you know, why not just play whatever? But yeah, I don't want the curve to go that route. Anybody else for Mold Drifter though, for the 2 spot? It'd feel a little clunky. I don't know. Yeah, and then there's this aqueous form I was considering, but man, if that said draw, oh my goodness. That's what curiosity is, right? Let's see, in the side. I always like Disrupt. That's such a cute little card. Little Faraday cage on his head. It's like, what about the rest of your body? Got to keep safe from electrocution that way. Yeah, let me get rid of Curate because that's just not even an option. I like Impulse. Let me try. Let me bring in. I forgot to mention Impulse. I actually had like all 4 of those in the original. Actually, maybe we go 3 of these and just play with 1 cloak. So rarely want to see that, only when we've got our Gnarlid package online and such. So Ophidian Eye, yeah, Ophidian Eye is cool, but you know, this is just better. It costs the same. It fits our mana better. And it gives a boost, and it saves the creature. It's just I almost wanted to work Ophidian's Eye in just because it's blue, but it's like at the same token. By the same token, I don't want to throw it in just for the color. So, all right, so we're going to remove our counter magic here as we narrow down our sideboard. I think we'll try this 60. We can just come back between fighting and see what's going on. This counter magic's just a bad plan in my book. Maybe I think Spell Pierce is probably the best out of these, but get rid of that. No Wind's Endicon. No, this Snap might be nice to have in the sideboard. I don't know. Let's see. We'll get our ram count maybe up to that. Maybe add 3 of those. I mean, when don't we want to see an Umbra, right? Does this need to be main? Our 3 spot's kind of chunky, though. And I like the cartouche there. I think we probably want the other cartouches for creature-heavy matchups. Let's add 1 to the sideboard. So we've got a 3 spot. I'm just going to get rid of the Umbra. I'm going to get rid of Condescend. We'll add... I don't want to overboard, so I'm going to add 3 of those. 1 more spot. Let's get rid of this and maybe add 1 of these. And what else? I don't know if we're going to need Moment's Peace, but if we do, we're going to really regret not having it. Maybe go like this. What else? What else? What else? No Weather the Storm. That's a good call too. Yep. Maybe I'll fit 2 of those in the side. Problem is, Weather the Storm, against those kind of decks outside of Burn, I'm going to want this and this and this, and then I got to be careful of not overboarding. And Weather the Storm. We'll fill out the bottom half there. Oh, check that out. Man, these are some trippy pieces of artwork, eh? Look at these. Pretty cool. I got a hats off for the flavor text in the new set. It's pretty darn good. So, all right, I think we're gonna maybe take this one for a spin. Is it pile view that I like? Yeah. Bring this over here. We'll where's my little? There it is. We'll get it a little bit nicer to see as we open this up here. Affinity Abyss. Oh, we're just building this today. Nice to see you too, man. Good to hear from you. Last week I said, wanted to take a bunch of ideas in about Simic stuff, and I quickly found that mono green might be the best way to build this because we're just truly forcing blue into this build. But for the impulse, some bounce, and this, it's not gonna be a tier anything. It's just a fun mental exercise. Change it up a little bit. We'll be back next week with probably more of a meta heavy or meaner deck, but for right now I just wanted to see just shake it up a little bit, do something a little different. I don't know. You think even Alexi's Cloak is even needed? Maybe we just impulse number 4. I think that might be the way to go. Anybody voting for Alexi's Cloak? It's a nice little aha cutesy move, and I've talked about it with the Simic Advanced build that Little Fight had for a while, but a little bit of a waiting around card. And I guess not. You could just throw it on the Gnarlid. It gets the bonus, and you save Rancor and Unstable Mutation for other things. But yeah, it's funny you say that. Kingo92, thanks for chiming in. I think that's your first time. I was thinking of going a Simic Death Touch mixed with the Aura Gnarlid, and then using but again, you almost want to go white with that so you can go hunt them down and you don't have to run so many pieces. But no, that's a really good call because there's Hermetic Study, and there's also there's the other one that does it too, and those will be better than yeah, there's Hermetic Study. There's another one that does it too. So let's get rid of the dudes. I mean, you could argue having these spellcasters is good against edicts, but it really isn't, because if they're playing edicts, they've got the witch, and then you don't want to bring these guys in anyway. But yeah, what's the other one that does the exact same thing? It's not Keen Sense. That's I think that's an uncommon in green, but it does exactly this, and deals 1 damage. Let's see, deal 1 damage, and it's blue. Let's see, and search please. Literal Core. Where was it? Oh, it's an enchantment. I hate when it auto sorts stuff. All right, let's go to the top. Hermetic Study. There's Psionic Gift. There it is. That's the one. Thank you, 92. Alrighty. So, see? Alright, so we've got those answers. Maybe we find room for those main, huh? Maybe. 2 seals. I don't know if seal's really going to get us much here. Maybe we just go with the... it'd be kind of funny to have a little garden shooting off tokens, right? Let's see, which artwork wins? Okay, this one's telling us to be patient in the quote. I don't know, it's a little, almost like creep show art there. And we got Psionic Gift for sale. Complete Wizard's Library. Rare Scrolls, Grimoires, and Works of Ancient Spellcrafting. Slightly abridged. Hey, boy, it's kind of a wash, isn't it? Pretty good quotes. Artwork's kind of a go. All right, well, Seal's interesting. It is kind of removal. It does fit our theme. Maybe we go with the 3rd seal or more impulse. Impulse finds Gnarlid, finds kill card, or maybe it finds this kill card. Got a cartouche. We got to ram through. I think 2 cartouches will be enough. We've got 2 Weather the Storm. Blue Face Burn, I want to have 3. I'm not quite sure what we're even playing Hydroblast for, except that it's blue, and there's a lot of red in the format, so it'll come in, it'll come out. So, all right, we got one spot, guys. No counter against Edicts. Well, we've got 2 Gardens, we've got 2 Growth Chambers, and we got Pulsa Marasa by 3. Why not playing Brine Giant as well? Because everything blocks it. It's the same reason I'm not playing Avamaya Enchantress. I want evasion like crazy. When you invest in something, I don't want a silly 0/1 token getting in its way. And we don't have that much bounce to really make it pay off. And yeah, believe me, that's where I started the 5/6 with each enchantment. It gets cheaper, and a lot of times it just sits in your hand till like turn 7 anyway, and then you're almost casting it the way it is. Oh, Cooper the Red, I'm reading backwards. Sorry, the Graph has been bonkers. Very cool. Arcanus Web, Brine Giant, yeah. Alrighty, well, I think I'll just put in another seal. Try to keep it from being a 4 of, because it's usually when I tune things up and find what works and stuff. So we got 15. I think we'll take this out for a spin, guys. If you know, I'm up for changing it right now. I know it's kind of a weird show. We're building this deck together, seeing what we can do, because we do only have 12 creatures, actually 14 with this, maybe even 16 with this. But it's all about this Gnarlid. I really have always liked this card. Even when I play Hexproof, I try to find my favorite builds usually use this guy, even though, yeah, you're turning on the removal. And it's like, yeah, but you're also turning off the game usually when it goes sideways once. It gets pretty brutal. So, alrighty. Well, let's see what we can do with our Simic Gnarlid. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay, so we've got evasion, we've got some draw, and we'll see how this does. I don't think we'll play all 5 because I took so long doing that. But yeah, make sure the right deck's loaded up. Oh, we're going to get bouncy screen though because I didn't preset this. Sorry about that. Boop. There we go. That's the Cooper the Red. All right. He helps us build it and then he challenges us. All right. Let's wait for this thing to refresh. What's going on here? All right. Let me move this up here. Bring this down here. And hi-yo, Pauper Tim in the house. Thank you for the sub, my friend. Woohoo! Wow. 3-monther, baby. Appreciate that greatly. We will keep this. And a little clunky, but I want to lean on this opener here, unless they have an edict. And they're playing the color of edicts. Maybe I'll slow roll it a little bit. Lead off with the falls. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's lead off with the falls, and you'll do this turn. Sub-hype. That's right. Yeah, remember, we got the burn a white bordered card contest all ongoing. Who's going to be the first one? What card you going to choose? We shall see. These are not the colors you want to go against when you're kind of only playing really 12 creatures that matter, but we shall see. All right, well, now we've got 2 Ledgewalkers. You know what? He might be on, what do you call, land destruction. So I'm going to divvy up my threats here. We'll just throw out Silhana and hope for the best. Next turn, probably, I don't know, we could Impulse for a land. And then maybe a Rancor, but I kind of want to get 2 creatures out. Just don't know what you're up against when you see the Carnarium. There's no really established list that has much of that going on. So, oh, okay, here he goes. Maybe he'll be the first one to get me. I was just saying how the first day of school lists, I haven't been too impressed yet. I've lost a game or 2 here or there, but not the full game or match or whatever you call it. I always get that wrong. Okay. Well, I don't think we have to worry about removal, so change of plans. It's time to go all in. And you know what? I'll save this and maybe pop it next turn. But for right now, we'll just do this and come over for 7. Where's our Gnarlid? That's what this is supposed to be about. But as you can see, it's green that's winning the day, right? And that's what I was running into. I actually had a pretty, I think you'd probably go maybe 2-3 or 3-2 with it in a league, but it's a mono green version of this, and it was crushing. I was pretty happy with it, but I put my foot in my mouth last week and said, we're going to build the Simic Gnarlid. And so we did. Whether it's good or not, I did not make any promises. So take that. Save the white borders. Never. I might just burn one of these out of impatience. Got Circle of Protection Black looking at me right here. Oh, yeah. See, hear him screaming? Ah, help us. Pauper Tim. going camping yet again mid next week. I'm going to be back just in time to see all of you, and I'm sure he's going to get his first day of school. Nope. Lapioted Goblin. It's pretty when it works. And it's got to have those pieces to work. Alright. Pretty draw dependent turn here. Kind of at 5 life. This is good. Let's do this. There's no reason not to. Let's... Actually, we just play this. We just win, right? Bonk. Oh, no, we don't. Dang it. But I can get out of edict land here by doing this. And then we can... Did he just... Oh, no. Dummy. Gotta wait till I hit. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Yep. And then I'll sack this here on his turn. A little dumb. I probably should have done that in response. We need a white bordered COP red to burn. I just sent a message that nothing can protect it. Very nicely said. Yeah, I just went through my pile and that's what was there. So that's what I did. Maybe that'll cost him just the mana he needs. I don't know. It's a really crucial turn here. He's got to go off. Maybe he can. In case he does, we will yield. We've got edict protection, so... It'd be funny if my next card's like, you know, another wild growth or something. Put us like kind of over the top. Good, we're going to see it work here. There we go. Scrying for Introduction to Prophecy. Such a cool card design. Right? Just anybody can play it. Lets everybody kind of learn. It just makes a lot of sense. Final grades are posted on the first day of class. See, they did it again. This flavor text is just awesome. Now, just because it's a new thing, I'll let him kind of go off, and yeah, plus he did it. So who knows? Maybe we'll fine tune this over the next week and play this next week. I don't know. As first day of class keeps triggering over and over again, he keeps building up his mana to get out of Flamework Invoker, and he's going to scorch us to death. So you can see how it keeps happening. He gets this out, does this. Here we go. Building up, building up. Here we go. I should have tripped that sack outlet. So he's going to eventually, you know, build up this to be able to do this. And once he gets to 8, we take 5 a bunch of times. And he's got us there. So once, he's just did it once. So I won't make him, once you see the combo there. So nice job, Cooper the Red. All right. I wonder if he's still riding the horse dead weight. If anybody's seen our Pauper Derby. Easily one of the hardest skits I've ever done. That was brutal. All right. Well, I really like this. We can keep him kind of at bay indefinitely with that. I don't think there's going to be much blocking, so I'll lower our curve and we'll go this route. I wasn't... Impulse kind of sat around. Again, it's more of a proactive deck, so let's... Yeah, Seals didn't feel too great either. Let's get rid of 2 of these and bring in the Hydroblasts. Yeah, let's try this. A little clunky, a little weird. Weather the storm and such. He's got technically infinite damage. So, hey, wow, cool. Could go 92. Yeah, that is a lot of clicking. To Weary Jerry 917. Thank you so much. All right, very cool. Yeah, it's quite a nightmare. It's getting there. It's getting there. Like I said, I think I was playing it day of and maybe last night a little bit, and you'll have games like that, but the next 2 usually go the other way, or they always have so far. But who knows? Little tweaks, just like we're doing to this thing. I don't think the ceiling's as high on this deck that we're trying to make a Simic Gnarlid thing work, but we're giving it a go. Yeah, I want to play first. Let's open up the yard. We've got a nice hand here. Nah, not the best, but we've got a turn 2 Ledgewalker, which is no surprise, but it's going to have Wild Growth backup. We'll keep this. Don't have really any draw, but our mana's right. And if any of our good cards show up, We've got enough fuel here to put on the gas pretty fast. Plus, we got a little bounce. Seal's real clunky in this build, though, because, yeah, it's an aura, but you kind of want to use it. Oh, it's not an aura. It's an enchantment. But and you kind of want to use it. I think that's initially why I got rid of it. So let's get rid of Seal. No Seal. And we're going to lose one, what's it called? Yeah, the one that looks like my mom. All right. Here we go. Wild Growth to the rescue. Hiya. And pass the turn. It's nice to see Prospector back in the metagame. Reminds me of Aeokis's list. He had a Rakdos list that was very similar. But again, you know, you're leaning on a red combo centric when everybody has Hydroblast, red elemental blast, blue elemental blast. It's always kind of a rough go. Huh. Well, I could do 2. That would give me 4 total. 3 on that. We'll go here. And we'll go like this. We'll play this. And then we'll play this. And there we go. Not a bad turn 2. I'm going to have 5 mana on turn 3 with some bounce. And hopefully we draw something good. Now I would really like to see Impulse. That's what I meant. I-M-P-U-L-S-E. Aha! Like those kind of duresses. Is there any reason you're playing Wild Growth instead of Utopia Sprawl? It's we wanted the ramp, but we also wanted to not make this mono green with a tiny bit of blue. We kind of wanted to keep it a little bit down the middle. So and with our land count, I didn't want to lean on forest that heavily. Get the same effect here. All right, let's Impulse. Ancestral Mask is the easy take here. We'll do that. Any order. I'm easy. We'll go like this. Boom, 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 ba. How big is this dude? Pretty big. 3 turns big. Let's go. Of course, it's going to be a lot more turns if I have to pop the seal. Pop the seal. I guess it works with any 3 syllable combo, right? Now, I really liked Impulse there, so I'm going to scratch that, lose the Impulse. All right, note to self. Wait till he's kind of going off and maybe a little more mana hurt before we go that route. Oh, this is getting better and better. Bye-ya. See ya, Sonny. Damn Gnarlid isn't there yet. Oh, let me see. There was an L and a W, and now we go to sideboarding. It's supposed to be about the Gnarlid. We're supposed to Impulse to find the Gnarlid to have this cool unblockable teddy bear. Speaking of bears, we have 2 Wiki Bear commercials here. We'll be cutting to pretty quickly. Make study. All right, I'm going to get rid of the seal. And, none of these are really going to do too much. I guess ram through would actually be removal too. Yeah, let me bring in that 3rd Impulse. I apologize, Impulse. Not now. My mom doesn't look like this Impulse. She looks like the other artwork. That would be quite a cut load of my mom. Be like, yeah, you look like this old hermit dude. All right. I need some more coffee. I got my one of my son's wall is just all of these prints. So I'm partial to Elspeth Beyond Death or Conquers Death or whatever that one I usually have behind me is, but I figured we're changing up the show. We're doing a weird thing, so I'll have a weird background and change it up here too. Yuck! I don't like this hand. I mean, we've got a quick one too, but I don't want to get marooned here. We're gonna mulligan this. Yoop. Ugh. Well, we've got said creature. What a clunky pile of mess. This is gross. I can't play that. Throw that one back. All right, we'll keep this one. We've got the ramp. We don't have any creatures. We've got to keep the draw. Oh, man, I got to put down 2 cards. We'll lose this. And this for now. Done. Wow, that was painful. All right, let's hit a Gnarlid right out of the gates here. Or maybe a land into a Gnarlid. I don't know. Morning, back at you, Super Pooper 23. Hello, Mr. Ganda, Drac V Pauper. Good to hear from you guys. Thank you for joining us. We're doing a weird thing today. We built this deck together at the top of the show. Started very clunky beginnings, and we're making no promises. We're just seeing how things go. We're getting a little lucky there. I'll just get my land right. Got Hydroblast for his Prospector, and or you could just probably counter the first day of class. Aha, there he is. I'll get a little reckless and just do that. Counting on him to maybe have an unearth or do something else, but I want to try to commit to the board a little bit here, so we don't really have anything. Hermetic Study showing up. Now we want that little plant token to come back. Alrighty. Well, let's see what we draw first. We'll throw this on here since we've got our colors in the other one. Okay, well, let's slow them down because we're dead on creatures here. Speaking of dead creatures, there goes one. Woo! I need some more coffee. Today's the day I allow myself a little bit more so I can kind of entertain you all. Alright. There's Mr. Goblin. Hermetic Study will keep that Prospector at bay if I can get a creature out. Oh, I might just die to this dude. Dang, this sucks. This just looks better. Come on, come on. Let's go. I really thought fine-tuning it and getting it to the first playability would take us over an hour, but I guess not. But this is nice. We get to see the new card about town, first day of class. Maybe we'll run into the green 5/4. I tried Gnarlid Brew with blue this week. Super Pooper 23. You probably found the same thing I did. Why not just play hexproof or make it mono green, right? But I'm curious what your findings were. This is by no means the end-all be-all. It's just at some point I've got to say enter and start playing it. So yeah, that's exactly what I found too. I was like 2 hours into it, Super Pooper, and I was like, uh-oh, I got a problem here. And then I was like, I'll figure it out throughout the week. And then I think on the Sunday or Monday, I played like mono green, and I was having so much fun with just the green version of it. And I'm like, wow, maybe. And I was like, no, I said it would be Simic. So screwed up. We'll see. Is that one card what he needs? Very cool. All right. Very cool. Here we go. We got stuff to do. Finally. Problem is, now we don't want that Hermetic Study to really do much else. We'll rock like this, and then throw this on here. If we top deck a like a mask, we might be able to just win. I'm gonna throw that Study on there just for the bonus, but part of me really wants to kill that combo. But he's only got 2 cards, including the one he drew this turn. So, but Super Pooper 23, that's what it's all about. You know, you put those walls up, and then you see if you can hit your target and such, and just how you go. I'm really liking the way Cooper the Red has built this so far. I have a problem with none of the cards. Access to Duress is really good in a combo-centric deck like that, so you can keep things knowledgeable as he burns all these books and the Faithless Looting. And by all means, you know, you guys don't like this, it's not like we're going to do this every week. We might do this once or twice a year, but I like to try to involve the community a little bit more, so it's not about, hey, look what I just built or whatever. But it's a big kind of crash burn, but I think it's because of what Super Pooper and I both ran into. I'm sure a lot of you did try something, and you're just like, I don't think there's anything here, so apologies. Hey, Kirk Kip took coat to 1, redeemed Propaganda Hype. Thank you for that. Back at you with the hype machine. All right. Well, what do you say? Maybe we Hermetic Study this dude. Let's see how big he's going to get. My math's not so good. And then we Rancor him. And then we got a 2-turn kill, but I kind of want to just kill that damn Prospector. I'm just going to kill the Prospector. Yeah. Boink. Could do it on his turn, but I want a chance that he's got something on up tap or untap. I guess he couldn't really have go off then, but it's not like I'm going to sit around and alternate change the blocking order of the turn, right? That'll be after the fact anyway, so I got to tap him regardless. So now I feel a little bit safer. I just would feel like crap if I attacked for 10 there and then he just comboed out. Plus, we might just have to attack for 1 if we, draw a mask. Whether it be 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. Yeah, Gnarlid I think would be like 22. Somebody check my math. Actually, don't. I'll be embarrassed. I'm not a fan of Hermetic Study. I'm not either. But it's better than Tim. And we're expecting maybe we're going to run into fairies and such, and we're just trying to put blue in this thing. So, yeah, it's a bit of a wash. I'm not a fan of it either. But on a hexproof body, it's pretty cool. Well, that'll help our Gnarlid out. Let's hope he forgets to attack. I'm sure he won't. Cooper the Red is pretty deluxe. And check out, I believe he's got a pretty cool YouTube channel. Everybody's name's kind of washing together. So, Shirazamon, if you could find that and plug it in the chat, I'd appreciate it. I think it's under my little our friends on our YouTube links channel page or something. I'm pretty sure he has his own channel. I'd like to give him a quick shout out, and anybody in the chat want to go check out some pretty good content. Not pretty good, just damn good. All right, let's do it. So we are all about sharing, baby. Woo! Okay, we got a blocker. I'm not sure if it's better to just bluff that we have something, but they might have access to edicts. So again, I don't want to feel really stupid and pull something like that. So, but it'd be pretty cool to have Hermetic Study on this dude right now. But I don't think I've seen a list like what Cooper is playing. I've seen plenty, but his, I think, is probably the best. He'll probably have a video on it very soon. So, all right, one more turn. Does he have it? I tell you, that Gnarlid is so intimidating. And you can't block it. It's like, good lordy. But all he needs is a cast down or something like that. Alrighty. Hey, thank you, Shiraz. I appreciate that. He is playing the first day of class combo. Yep. The new Strixhaven list. I think we win here. He's not floating anything. Ghastly Demise could do it. Outside of that, but for one black. I'm trying to think. He digs enough. Ghastly Demise might be a good sideboard option, but all right. Well, our clunky mess has done what I've said, and I keep running into this too. It's a great deck. I don't want to knock it. Just like this one, it needs to be tuned. It needs a little, maybe another card is needed. I'm not sure, but so we're gonna make some changes here. Howdy y'all, says Atlantius Stevie. Glad to see someone get some love on Fireball. I was around to tag on Facebook, but I still liked that they gave a little love. Hey, yeah, I appreciate that. I was completely oblivious that they did a write up on Brute Squad, which was cool. Would have been so nice if they, I don't care. They mentioned, my Deluxicov moniker. It's like it's about Propaganda. It would have been nice to have a link to YouTube or mention something about the spoof commercials or something, and that's what kind of makes us different, But whatever. Happy to get the nod. All right. So seal removal. Now I'm remembering why I got rid of it. It's not an aura. It's an enchantment. Look that up, Mr. First Days of School out there. Cooper the Red. Good game at you, my friend. Yeah, we plugged your channel up top, so give you some shout-outs there. I think that deck's really close, but that's kind of what I've been running into, even when I play Rogue, is it works one game, and then there's just so much hate against red or blue decks to be basing a combo on it. I don't know. It's curious. All right, so we got 3 spots opened up here. I'm kind of liking, I forget who said that they don't. Oh, yeah. Pauper Tim said he doesn't like Hermetic Study or Sonic Gift. I don't either, but I kind of liked seeing it that game. It's neat when you just have one dude sitting back and somebody, or maybe this guy's doing all the heavy lifting and going through. So we're going to come back. I'm going to go get some more coffee. I'm going to show you guys a Wiki Bear. If you're new to the show, you'll like this, courtesy of the Conan O'Brien Show. Awesome, by the way. He's had like 50 shows. He's on different networks. I feel bad for the guy, but his podcast is really good too. Check that out if you like his style of comedy, or mine for that matter, because I grew up watching him. I think it was my senior year in high school is when he debuted in '93, and it was just so random and weird. And he has I'm sorry, I'm pimping out his show. He doesn't need it, but hey, he's given us a lot of material, and I like to take some Wiki Bear. So we're gonna go do this, and then we'll come back, fix the deck, and play another round, and I'll be right back after this.
Hello, I'm Wiki Bear. What's your name?
Conan O'Brien.
Conan Christopher O'Brien? American talk show host who once made an uncredited cameo appearance in an episode of How I Met Your Mother?
Wow, yeah, that's a kind of an unknown fact. I'm surprised you knew that.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
Okay. All right. Here's a question. What children's character has a cat named Custard and a horse named Honey Pie?
Checking now. The answer is Strawberry Shortcake, who actually started out as a greeting card illustration in 1977. Yay!
Wow. I didn't know that. That's very interesting.
You know what's even sweeter than Strawberry Shortcake? The Boston molasses disaster of 1919, when an exploding storage tank caused 2 million gallons of sweet, sticky molasses to flood the streets and kill more than 20 people and their horses. Giddy up!
Yes, I am aware that that did happen. That was a terrible tragedy, but I don't think kids want to hear about that.
Many people tried to flee but became ensnared in the molasses and drowned.
Yeah,
Glug, glug.
I don't think that's something kids want to hear about.
Imagine gasping for air only to have your lungs fill up with thick, sugary syrup. Yum, yum.
No, not yum, yum.
What a sweet, sweet death.
No. Okay, let's change the subject, Wiki Bear, okay, to something really nice and happy. Who wrote the famous children's book, Goodnight Moon?
Margaret Wise Brown wrote Goodnight Moon in 1947. In this classic bedtime story, a little bunny says goodnight to everything he sees in his bedroom. Yay!
Okay, that is absolutely right. My kids love that book.
Conan, you know who didn't have a good night? The late R&B singer Johnny Ace, who back in 1954 accidentally shot himself in the face with his own gun. Kablammy!
Okay, I didn't know about that. No, I didn't.
One witness said Johnny was drunk and playing with his pistol. His last words were, "Gun's not loaded, see?" But the only thing Johnny's friends saw were his brains exiting his skull. I'm Wiki Bear.
Okay, no. I don't want to hear. That's not a good...
Boom.
And we're back after some gruesome Wiki Bear. I love the juxtaposition of a cute little bear saying all those horrible things. I guess that's what makes it funny. All right. And another shout out to Cooper the Red. Check out his YouTube channel. Shirazman with the link there. Appreciate that. Maybe he'll do a video. I don't know. Cooper, we got you in the chat. Are you going to be showcasing that video soon, or have you already, or whatnot? I'm always guilty of, I guess I'm just too old. I don't really peruse game channels much. My son and I watch game nights I don't know, maybe once a month together. It's kind of a father-son thing. But other than that, because I love the production value, but oh my God, do they need to work on those out edits. Anyway. All right. We have 3 spots available. There will be a First Day Combo League uploaded on Sunday. Alrighty. Very cool. That'll be... Ophidian's Eye, yeah, Super Cooper, and what we run into is that the cartouche, the Snake Umbra, I think it is, yeah, the Snake Umbra is just better, and it's green. You know what, maybe we should put that in. I want to make this Simic, and so that's why I'm trying so hard to... We got 3 spots, guys. What do you want to do? I guess we could put Mold Drifter in. I know that was suggested at the top, and we're about suggestions. I'd really like it to be another aura, but we just don't have many auras here. We could choose from the ones we've got. Let me see here. We'll go here. We'll kill this. Again, kind of a weird show today, guys. We're just building on the fly together. So please keep the chat rolling. True Omen of the Sea. You know what? That was on my initial list, and I never looked back at it. So let's try it. Good call. Omen. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Do I not have omens? What the hell? Yep. All right, Omen. Let's go. Hello. Okay, Omen of the Sea. There we go. Scry 2, then draw a card. All right. I think my logic was I'd rather just have Impulse, but that is an enchantment, so I'll try it. I'll do a 3 and 3. How's that? Mtmentat. Why not Aura Dig? Crewfix Insight. Because we're so trying to make this Simic. It's so hard. I think it was Super Pooper and I both came to the same conclusion. I think that's why I almost got, well, I did get 0 submissions. You either build this the traditional hexproof way, which everybody knows and loves, or you make it mono green, which is surprisingly solid and nasty. And then you get to this position where you're like, why am I adding blue to this? Well, the reason is because I said we were going to do it. And so I'm really trying to make this not a little sprinkling of blue. I want it to be, true. Because if I'm just going to sprinkle blue, I don't know what it's there for. We're just slowing down the deck to slow it down. I'm just trying to see if there's anything here. So we'll see. Yeah, Shielding Plaques is interesting. UG Mimic. I really don't like that doing it for doing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mtmentat. And Shielding Plaques is better because it looks better than Vines. Yes, I agree. So we'll try this. We got 3 omens here. So if you're just joining us, we've built this list together. At the top of the show, I didn't even have a list. It was just a pile of Simic looking cards. And here we go. Let's see. So yeah, it'll be neat when this happens. I think we need a superstitious shuffle here. Let's do something like this and go like this, and then we'll throw the Gnarlid over here because, as I'm fond of saying, we've never lost when we've put a impulse on top of a Gnarlid. All right, let's go. Hiya! Not sure. We'll probably play 1 or 2 more matches. We'll see. It's fun. I'm having a lot more fun than I thought this would be. I was kind of dreading the show because of what Super Pooper and I ran into, where it's like, why are we forcing the deal? But it's so we know that kind of a no-go zone brew-wise. Ooh, this is interesting. We're on the draw, and we've got a creature, and we've got aggro. I think we're going to keep. We do have 20 lands. What say you, Torvis76? Good to see you, and thank you for waving at me. Yeah, we'll keep it. Tough call. If I was on the play, I wouldn't, but we've got 3 draw steps before we get really screwed. So this one, the abundant one, and then next turn. And we really only need 2 mana. Okay. Oh, the new land shows up. Wait. Lorehold. Wow, look at that artwork. Mage students obsessed with the secrets of the past choose Lorehold, the College of Archaeomancy. Very nice. Yeah, that's that 4 mana thing. You're up against a grind deck or Tron. Isn't that funny? They get these duels that are cool for mostly Tron. Do I get? You know what? I want to get our creature out there. They usually have kind of slow starts and a lot of life. So, Bye Unicorn! Wow! Oh my God! Yo, man! Very long time no see. Holy cow! I think you were like in our chat like our first year, and then you disappeared or something. It's been a long time. I'm almost mad that you show up when we're playing like this kind of jank forced list, but hey, whatever. It's all good. All right. Story of the week. All right, we got some aggro. We're going to feel like a genius if we can just hit another land here, especially if it's just a straight up basic. Nope. That not be the ways of the sea. All right, we'll try to draw. Oh, not try to draw. We will draw. Oh, boy. The mana gods don't like this deck today. This is all about Aura Gnarlid, and we've... Well, no, that's true. We won with 1. I was about to say... I keep thinking that was just Silhana, but that's right. We killed with Aura Gnarlid already, so... Check that one off. For as much as I've been bad-mouthing this attempt. Watch, we go like 5-0 or something with this kind of just chopped together list. But it's kind of neat to see this red background with a white symbol on it. That really pops. I love jank lists, so I look forward to it. Well, we're building it together by Unicorn. This is kind of a PAUPERGANDA first. I set a challenge last week. I regretted it about 5 hours later. And I've been trying to correct it ever since. And then we built it all together at the top of the show. And we're continuing to between rounds. So we'll see how that goes. Is it worth trading? Is it worth trading? I think it is. Let's see how much he likes this. Got a creature heavy build here. A creature heavy hand. And this kind of is free intel. If he blocks here, we know he's got creatures for days. But no block there would kind of signal that he's either really leaning on that Skyfisher for maybe the only creature or for a combo bounce and stuff. Only good Skyfisher, unless I have it, is a dead one. Card's way too powerful. Ran into a really cool list. Forget who was playing it. Common theme. Oh, don't forget Pauper Masters, end of this month. That's what that promo was for. Not affiliated in any way, but they put on a no holds barred, meaning nothing's banned tournament. I got second in one and crashed and burned in the more recent one, and haven't really played since because it's at this time. It's Saturday morning, so make sure to go check that out. But somebody was playing a cool Grim Guardian list that was actually seemed like it had some legs, but I also had a few too many while I was watching it, so maybe the libation was elevating the validness of the deck. I'm not sure. I finally went shopping. I know it sounds silly, but just don't have many, through COVID and stuff. I just never went out shopping and stuff. And so I was like noticing a lot of my shirts were starting to run together and look old. So treated myself to a bit of a shopping spree. We want to hit our land. That Gnarled's probably got more stock, but it's a little vulnerable right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a dude, and then we'll omen next turn and hopefully turn something sideways and get our Monarch on. We'll see. Better write down what this is. Monarch. Let's see. That was first day school. This is Boros. Hey, thrilling discovery. There's a new card. Gain 2 life, then you discard 2 cards, and if you do, draw 3 cards. Woo! Boy, talk about the artwork matching the feeling. Again, I'll be the first one out there to kind of criticize art and especially flavor text. Actually, no, it's especially art and second's probably flavor text. But I got to say, I can't think of a set that's kind of hit such a home run with the flavor. Does this one have flavor? And where my people live for the upcoming news. Think of the history you'll learn it. Yeah, it's just really spot on. Even the ones that aren't that memorable are like really organic to the card. Very cool stuff. Any sweet Grim Guardian tech to share? Not me, Dreamer Stango. Maybe soon. Maybe build around or Gnarled or Simic instead. Yeah, I was thinking, but then I wouldn't be true to the show. I know you guys are coming expecting to see this list, and people like Super Pooper 23 thinking like, well, I couldn't do it. Wonder what the silly old man did. And I didn't do much with it. Ugh. All right. Well, we've got our set up here. Let's do this. I don't want to get blown out by a I think we'll just lean on here. Let's go get Monarch. And next turn we'll have a nice big fat Gnarled. I think he'll be out of range, but not to a journey. That's why I was tempted with Alexi's Cloak. But thank you I love when people bring up the card in the chat, because not everybody's a savant at Pauper or been at it as long as a lot of us have, and so a new viewer out there or whatnot, it's cool to have. So I appreciate everybody doing that here and there. I do believe we'll block here. We don't have edicts to worry about. Hey, there's a nice blocking fodder. That'll eat Sentinel number 2 attack. But yeah, Thrilling Discovery is pretty cool. Kind of like Terminate, though, I bet there's going to be turns when maybe you just have red, and if you had Cathartic Reunion, it would just be better. But I don't think Boros usually runs into any mana trouble, so it's probably the right call. What is it, 2 life? 2 life, yeah. Boy, does that feel like an uncommon, doesn't it? Look at all the stuff we're doing in Pauper these days. It is too bad Omen of the Sea doesn't pump or Gnarled. Oh, you're right. That's right. I forgot. I figured it would just be an aura. I did it again. I changed out Seal of Removal because it was an enchantment and not an aura, and I went for that. But well, maybe we get rid of Omen of the Sea now. Let's start talking about it right now. I've got 3 spots. I don't know. I like Impulse a lot better than Omen, because I need to find the Gnarled or like the Mask. I can go get it. So that'll be the next list. We're going to change out Omen of the Sea. What say you, chat? What would you like to put in there? What about the blue creature with affinity for enchantments? Yeah, we discussed that one already. Not a big fan. I think we're going to walk right into this thing. Oh, cool. This just got really interesting. All right. Now do we go all in on that, right? All right. Let's build her up. Woo! That's a first. Never done that before. I've done a lot of things in Pauper, but I have never put unstable mutation on a hexproof creature. Take that, quantum realities. Here we go. Probably just let us hit him. All right, Aura, I promise next turn. Oh, I don't promise. Maybe I won't. I still might not do it. The new Skryland's playable, and how rude of me. Good morning. Not rude at all. I like when people get to the point. Can't hurt my feelings. I'm Teflon, baby. Yeah, I think they're really good, but the problem is they're really good for Tron, and they're really good for mid-range decks like what our opponent is playing, because they're all about that, getting to a ton of mana and having stuff to do with it. For the average low to the ground, more speedy deck, I would avoid them, but I have been wrong many a time. So that's Dude Emmett. Nice to hear from you. I think that's the first time I've said your name, so thank you for joining us, and thank you even more for saying hi in the chat, so I know you're there. I got this. I just play on one little screen here. I got all these monitors around me. I should probably use them and multitask and have all these, but I like to keep things simple. The best point in almost any industry, especially editing, and I know engineering and all these other things, is a lot of people laugh, but it's the moniker KISS, K-I-S-S. It stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. And it's true in so many endeavors, and especially streaming. More bells and whistles and little apps and all these little things you get, that's the more things that can crash, go wrong, screw up the feed, whatever. So that's my advice to anyone who wants it. Not that anybody's even asking. Keep it simple. You froggy. Yeah, Frogify. Frogify. That'd be pretty funny. Now there's the erratic mutation is a pretty cool one, but our graveyard isn't enough to really help it out. But it's a blue flash enchantment that gives a creature minus XO, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. That's pretty sweet. Well, looks like our little Silhana has seen better days. Did we already discuss diplomatic immunity? Yep. And we discovered that Alexi's Cloak is better because it has flash. And then we also discovered that we didn't like either, as it's kind of a wait around card, which is again why we're not playing counter spells. That's the initial, like, I'm going to play this big thing and then keep it safe. And it's like, no, you're not. You want to keep playing things to promote it. And so out the door went that plan. I should have foreseen that. I should have preordained that would have been the problem. I tried building a mono green 5C deck with this and enchantment lands that draw on tap for all color mana. It says Ba Unicorn. Back from history. Ba Unicorn used to be there in the very first days of Propaganda. And then like a puff of smoke, he disappeared. Alright, so Hana gets weaker. Be funny to take existing cards and rename them. Like this could just be like Vial of Crack, like to showcase how bad crack is for you. It's like you feel great at first, so I've heard. Don't try it, kids. You'll never get off of it, from what I hear. Good stat I heard about that in a drug documentary. It was really brought it home because you know everybody likes to cast blame on people that get addicted to that sort of stuff, and they said everyone is addicted to crack. It's just whether you try it once or not. So let that be a lesson to all you out there. Careful. Boy, I am really, really worried about a, you know what, rally the peasants. I don't think we're going to live through the turn. I attack, he's going to block. We will get through. We will get to block. Let's just build up the board here. And go like this. Ancestral Mass is a test of your determination to not be on boggles. All right, we'll just get some blockers out here. I think there's a rally in our future. They've drawn quite a few cards. We have to attack. Yeah. Shall I? You know what? If I do this, it'll encourage him to keep Sohana alive. Very good point, Shiraz. Never do a drug that's part of your own arse. Or named after yours. Okay. All of our dudes die, but theirs does too. But we still can't live through you-know-who. Alright, so Hana did not learn the errors of her drug ways, as the mutation dies with her. But we did find drugs in her system. Dun dun dun. It's like you just take what is that? Cockatrice? I think there's some software where you can kind of build your own cards and play Magic for free, but it's real cluunky and everybody's kind of got to agree to the rule set. Anyway, it'd be funny to just take all existing like the metagame and then just rename every card for like more real world instances like that. Okay. This does say aura, not enchantment. Darn it. Oh yeah. And another, I know that the Nazis in World War II had quite the drug thing. It was just prescribed to like all the soldiers. Oh, this is getting out of hand quick. And saw a few little docs on that over the years, and you know the whole fervor and you know energy and the blitzkrieg, and then the soldiers that were alive at the time of the show were saying, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, you almost felt like it was their divine right, because they were just up at all hours and they never gave up, and they just seemed to have endless energy. And you know, in a war scenario, I bet that would get really daunting, where you're like, maybe they are on the right side. And as terrible as that may sound, you know, just put yourself in their shoes back then, and these wave after wave of just ravenous fighters and just so into it and stuff. It's just, and then, you know, find out, yeah, it was crack. Spreading seas. Is that an aura? It is. Ooh, Pauper Tim. All right, we're doing that. Spreading seas. Because why not? That will be our next edition. We'll get rid of this omen of the sea. We'll keep the word sea, and then we'll see how we do. See what I did there? Amphetamines, yep. Tweaked out stormtroopers. Good old drugs. I mean, at some level, I'm drinking a drug right here, right? Yeah, I just got genetically modified. My shoulder still hurts. Family went, and I never thought I'd be in the department store dressing room and get a shot. It's a very strange place to get a vaccination. That's another thing that makes no sense to me with this COVID, out here anyway. We can't try on clothes. So I bought a bunch of new shirts the other day, and this one's a little tight, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I would have got this if, I mean, dressing rooms, really? All right. Let's impulse. And we do have trample, and we've got enough for a mask and a rancor. I don't think that'll be enough, but we can dream. Let's try it. Woo! I'm a genius. Hey, oh, well, we got the cartouche too, but I'm going to go with the mask. Boink. Any order. Love and impulse. Really like seeing that. Really like seeing that. Trample. And big fat fatty. Boop. Is it enough? Nope, it ain't. Man, that thing's got a big butt. Pow! Smash! Yeah, we tried aqueous form. Little too slow. Obviously, if it was curiosity legal, you know, the uncommon, that would be a shoo-in. And that might be a reason to play Simic and Gnarlid, Hexproof, whatever you want to call it. But this is kind of the egg on the face show of ideas I've had. But it's been fun. I've been having a good time chatting with everybody. It's a little more give and go. And let's see. Can we even survive next turn? What is that? 10 in the air? Nope. Yeah, one bolt to the head and we're dead here. But if they don't have it, then we win. But they've been drawing quite a few cards, so. Hey, there's our crack. Unstable mutation. I guess that's what you could call that drug. We got quite the scientist in the chat, an Mtmentat, as I discovered while going to lunch with him. That was pretty cool. I think him and my brother Semikov talked about, had more to talk about than we did. All right. We lose that one. Of course, that's what happened round one of the other one, too. Okay. He's like, why is this guy playing blue? But, it looks all right. Stable mutation's a little cutesy. Watch it all. It's a nice top deck when you just need that little boom. Last bit of damage. Okay. Sonic Gift. I really like. I'm starting to. These are really growing on me. Omen, I'm just going to like pretend you don't exist. We've got our impulse. Moment's Peace might be good here. But all the removal, let's see. Actually, might have to rely on our hexproof critters in this matchup and getting them big and fat quick. Just because I'm sure they probably don't run Cannonade because of their own board, but they probably do have Electrickery, so that's why we're going to keep in Mutation. Let's just try one Moment's Peace just to hold what do you call, court against actually, maybe we get rid of one cartouche. And let's go like that, because they got kind of that flying grid going on. I doubt they're going to bring in Flaring Pain. But if they know who I am, they probably will, because I'm a big fan of fog effects. I don't know why I switched into the golfing chat voice, but I did. Maybe I'm enchanted. Who knows? All right, here we go. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, Spreading Seas, which is a nice little tech, because if our opponent's on blue, we can just, well, I was going to say we can enchant our own land. It's like, well, if we're doing that, we already have blue. So again, it's not the best card, but it does draw it. It is an aura, kind of a cantrip. So I think that's a good call too. Yeah, I want to play first. I was reading that like it was another language. All right, we got a good critter. We got some boost here. I'm not going to put her on drugs until she's gone to rehab. So, oh, this is kind of clunky, isn't it? We'll keep. Clunky hand. The more I play this, the less I like Thornwood Falls. Growth Chamber 2 feels good just because of the access to the plants, but all right. But we'll lead off with a little life gain here. Yield through the turn. Go from there. Woo! Alrighty. So, of those of you that have brewed with the new 5/4 Bayou Plant Dog, what are you doing it with? Stompy, obviously? Any other strange ideas roaming out there? Who knows? Alright, let's get our lady out. Boop, boop, boop. Sahana just sounds feminine to me. So far, I've only played it in Stompies, says Cooper the Red. Yeah, I've yet to serve it up. I have like a sickness for new cards. Like I don't know. I think historically, almost every time a set's released that week, I tend to play something radically different with none of the new stuff in it or whatnot. I know there's some exceptions to that, but I don't know. Oh yeah, you don't have to tell me it's a good card. That I know. Well, I want to return to island. Let me float this for mana. Play the chamber. Return the island. Then I'll draw with Abundant Growth, and if I see another creature or a big old like mask, then I will give Silhana the drug. Alright, here we go. Abundant Growth on. Yeah, I guess we'll do it to this. Whoop. Oops. I mean, I have to do this, right? That was clunky, isn't it? Alright. Let's draw. Show me something good. Why not? Let's stay out of Electricity range. I lied. We're coming in for 4. Hiya! Oh, yeah. Tool Juniors 917 with the Golgari list in the Plant Dog. That's fun to say, Plant Dog. Boy, that's a strange coupling of species, isn't it? Of course, I've seen dogs do much worse to furniture, so I'm sure that's how they reasoned it through. All right, let's keep it PG. Sorry about that. Bequeathal. Yeah, I looked in a bequeathal. Isn't that the one where if the creature is tapped, you draw, or dies, it draw cards? Or somebody bring that up, please. I'd appreciate it. We've got defense for days, but we don't need it. This is getting weird. All right, they're playing something. Oh, nice play. Bye-bye, Sohana. See, you tried drugs and you paid for it. Nice move by our opponent. Very cool use of the rules of unstable mutation, which Sohana did have a negative counter on her. Kill it, and she dies to her addiction. Yeah, another green card for this list. Really trying to stay red. But that's a nice call. I'd rather lean on the totem armor or the snake umbra. It's just a better Ophidian. It's funny when you focus on a list like this and you realize that either obviously the traditional build's the best, but if you do go mono green, it does open up these room for building it in a different direction, mainly having access to cards. Now you have those spots where it's fun to play the cards like the Snake Umbra and stuff. Pretty darn powerful little card if put on the right creature. It's like if Pauper had to be a 75 card lists instead of 60, and then your sideboard was another 15, I think then you'd start seeing the Umbra show up. But it's just on that outer tier of not quite good enough. Speaking of not quite good enough, good lordy. This is not quite good enough. All right. I'm just going to spread out our threats here. So we have a whole lot of nothing. But, one Gnarlid might change that. But I'm sure they're holding a Journey to Nowhere for our aforementioned plan. Have you ever played Pauper Commander? I have. The Ink Spitter. I think that was my commander. Rakdos. I think that's the... Now that, the dinosaurs and the Jund is out there, I know it's kind of the way to build it. Gruul's kind of been figured out for the longest time. That was like uncharted territory, but there still really isn't a Rakdos deck that's kind of the deck. You get them for a week or two, and then they vanish for years at a time. But I think if anybody out there wants to... Or it feels like, everything's been tried, blah, 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 which is never true in Pauper because new cards come out, make old bad cards good, or vice versa. You know how it works. There's always something new out there. Doesn't have to be this bald guy that finds it. It could be one of you, but I think that's the area to focus on would be Rakdos. Maybe first day of class combo can be Rakdos. Yeah, we just saw that in the very first game, Dreamer Stingo, by Cooper the Red, who is in the chat right now. And if you text him or go check out his YouTube channel, you'll probably see the list a lot sooner than I can get it to you, which might be next week's deck. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Look, I'm playing Simic or a Gnarlid. I have a Rakdos Madness deck. It says 917. I'm sorry, I'm just going to call you 917. I know you like Madness Commander Precon. Yeah, I was thinking, that might be a nice little hybrid design, right? You throw in a Madness mechanic into this. Boy, thanks a lot, deck. This is just amazing mana I've got access to. I wish I had something to do with it. Wow, this is just a big nothing burger right now as we sit staring at a lot of defense. At least they don't have Monarch. Hey, look at that. He's rhyming. Showed up late. We'll investigate. Nicely done, Dreamer Stingo. Woo! Yeah, my oldest, the one that doesn't play Paper Magic or Pauper or anything, he knows how to play, but just doesn't. He's so into that Magic Legends, boy. He's on that a lot. A little too much, says the parent. Bonk. It's a pretty cool little avatar. Big beast coming up. I got so many little like thumbs up. Magic's Facebook presence, they have these little quick social media graphics that they put up and stuff. And the old trope in Hollywood is the big monster that just runs up and goes rah, and then everybody gets ready, and it's like not many things in nature do that, and I get so tired of seeing that. Or the superhero jump where they jump down and then they look up, and I probably shouldn't tell you that. I've just poisoned everybody. Now it's going to ruin those movies and stuff for you. You'll start seeing it everywhere now. But maybe by doing that, we'll get rid of that sad trope. But the one with the big monster, dinosaur, whatever, fill in the blank, is so ridiculous. It's like when animals are threatened or attacking, you know, they bite first, shake, and it's about sneak attack. You don't yell sneak attack and then start in, and that's kind of what they do. And so it's just so ridiculous. This thing tromps through the woods, surprises this whole party. Takes about 3 seconds to do this impressive rah, and everybody's ready to defend themselves, and it's just a big eye roll from me. So apologies for that transgression. All right, well, this is really looking like a hot mess right now. I know we're up a game, but doesn't feel that way. Look at this, man. We get an aura Narlid. It's like, boy, I really want Alexi's cloak now if we did draw it, but you know that can just be shot down with PauperRBust too. Again, if you lean on red and blue as cornerstones to any sort of strategy, and Pauper, boy, about 70% of your opponents are going to have a way to deal with it games 2 and 3 almost all the time. Now that red elemental blast and blue elemental blast are a thing, and they're a big thing. It's all right. He has Rally the Peasants mana up. If I was him, I would play it first. Remember, I blew a lot of people's minds playing that way when I first made Boros Bully. I had got so many emails, and like I think in the chat of some of those videos, they're just like, I never thought of doing that. It's like, yeah, you see if you know it gets countered or not, and then you commit. Just because it's an instant doesn't mean you have to play it as an instant. Kind of commit and see. All right, it's time to let's peace. Let's peace sounds like a bad Bowie ripoff song. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 7 damage avoided. About half our life, a little less. Don't quote me on that. Come on, chat, stay with me. Keep the chat rolling. All right, look at this. We've got stuff to do and nothing to do it with. Ooh, we get a little Sohana action. He's got Electrickery back. I don't think we're going to win this game. I'm always glad to see Unstable Mutation getting played. Yeah, it's one of those cards. I've got both art versions of it, and I like the new art too, but it's just something about that old art. It's just a human trait to be nostalgic. I mean, the art sucks. It looks like a drafted idea of like, okay, now go and draw this better. And, and they're like, oh, no, that is the final. Who is this guy? Douglas Shuley? Yeah, he usually does a lot better work than that. Very Cro-Magnum. What about the crazy art? Yeah. Talk about a fitting deck to play in 2020 and up with all that everybody wearing masks. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, I've got the other one here, so I'm going to show them the other one. Maybe we can coax out a Rally of the Peasants next turn. We'll play the one from the yard with our little Simic over mana supply here as we run into a Flaring Pain. Now in this scenario, this is when you do want counter magic, right? But I'm not going to build around a scenario where I want my deck to eke out and go really slow and then have this prodding mid-range thing. It's like the whole reason I play Narlid or Ancestral Mask is to swing once or twice and the game's over. Which has been the case. We've been doing that, but not this game. Ha! Man, what a chatterbox. I'm under 10 minutes to go. Creature! I'll take it. Boy, we got some trippy looking lands. And I forget who asked it, but you know, this is why I don't play Utopia Sprawl. I've really only got one forest right now. There are a lot of hands that happen like this, so okay. Like the illusion that we're safe now. It's like, nope, those prisms can turn sideways and turn into electrickeries really quick. Come on, tap it all, tap it all, tap it all. Oh, he's got the Radiant. Yep. Well, why would they do it now? Okay. This hasn't happened in a while. Remember, about a year ago, there was like a month straight where I could hold position against Boros, and then they would just hoard their burn spells, as they should, and burn you out. Boy, am I happy to see you, little lady, or old hermit. I got to get the new art. One of those, I kind of like the newer art, one of the few. What do we got? Oh, they're going to pyroblast our dreams away. We've got a, oh, no, red elemental blast. It sounds like a gum. If I didn't already do galvanic blast breath mints, I would have, we're just going to, no, we'll give it another go here. Just a plethora of uses here. Really want to just see him get reckless and double cast a peasants, but we still haven't even seen peasants. I mean, he's playing golden egg, so it's probably not in it. Ha! You, man, I got to shift. Yeah. I haven't sat this long in a while. Ooh, my shoulder's sore. That's what I miss about working out with weights. I like feeling sore. Not too sore, mind you. What's up, Boogan? Come on, come on, come on. Come beat the jank. Beat the jank. That'd be a good YouTube channel, Janktastic. Dun dun. Cue the Jaws theme, right? Dun dun. How long do we wait? Does he have it? All right. Boop. It's a green thing. You can't do nothing about it. Well, you could have flying ping. Maybe they just bolt your land. Yep. I tried Wind Zendikon for 3 days. And every time I drew it, I was mana screwed. And I kind of wanted to use it as land. But maybe I go back to it because, you know what? I like it better than Spreading Seas. We'll try Zendikon next too. Because maybe I was just playing it wrong, but it did seem like what I would, you know, kind of rely on it a little too heavily. It does give your land back when it dies, so that's kind of cool. But kind of set it and forget it if you have a hexproof creature. So you've got Edict Food, and then you just use it as mana in the meantime. I don't know. He's a digging. They're digging for burn. Digging for burn. Let's see. We've gotten blasted 3 times. We're probably at 3 life. I don't know if they're running a Lightning Bolt or the Horse Lightning Colt, thanks to Shirazamon's input. If you haven't seen our Pauper Derby or don't know what I'm talking about, I'm especially proud of that one. And the voice artist, Jason Guy Tibbetts, just knocked it out of the park. You guys should see the email he sent me on that. He's notorious for overdoing how bad something is when it rules. And he's one of these guys, I'm sure everybody knows somebody like that, that just is good at everything. And he can do any voice. He can do, he's done a lot of stuff for us over the years. So good times. All right, maybe I'll draw. I'm just going to try to play to our outs here. But he does the announcing of that race, and it was just, I thought it was inspired. I was so impressed by it. Well, hold on a minute. Let's cancel that. Let's do this so that it doesn't even ask us anything. Boop, boop, boop. Thundermare and not Lightning Colt. Yeah, no kidding. All right. I don't think we're going to live through the turn, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, he sent me the audio files for that. I was just like, oh my God. Never asked somebody to do something so hard. Oh, yeah, it got prismatic strands in there. We've only got one more piece. We're dead. Lightning Gold. How did you do that? Is that a real card? I've never actually looked it up. Or can you just make it look like a real card in the text? I'm not sure. And Curry Pookie 1, thank you for the propaganda hype. That's what we're all about. Or Pauper hype, anyway. Maybe I should rename that. Oh, it is real. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you a B plus instead of an A for recommending it, Shiraz. I thought that was off the top of your head. It's one of the few I just was like, oh, yeah, that's too golden to not use in the horse race. Who won that race? I think it was it Shenanigans? Oh, it was Momentary Blank. That's right. Funny as life goes on, you know, things get weirder and weirder, and especially as it's just part of logging hours and experience in this crazy world. And that that was a shoo-in, because horse racing always has such weird, just shenanigans going on, and the way they name their horses is just so aloof. It's funny to do that. Lightning Colt. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that should be a pauper card. It comes in a plane, just blows up and just creates some little ball lightning. It's like, I didn't even have time to teach him to sit. That'd be a good quote. It's one of those cards that you get in the mystery packs. Is 917. I'm going to say T917. I ain't going the other direction. All right, we are out of fogs. We're just dead here. They've got prismatic. They've got the answers. They're doing everything right. Hey, our deck kind of showed up. I mean, if they don't have prismatic, check this out. We've got like maybe a surprise win. I'm not going to try to do the math. I'm just going to see what it is. Hey, look at that. That'd be cool, right? We'll attack and then scoop. Actually, no, I'm just going to scoop. Boop. All right, guys. Off to Wiki Bear number 2. We'll make some changes, and I'm going to get some more water this time and be back right after this.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
All right, here's a question some kids might ask. What is the largest brass instrument?
Checking now. Got it. The largest brass instrument is the tuba, invented in 1835. Yay!
That's right, the tuba is the largest brass instrument. That's cool.
Speaking of big horns, did you know that at the Battle of Little Bighorn, George Custer, the general, and his troops were horribly massacred by Native American warriors and left to rot on the blood-soaked battlefield? I'm Wiki Bear.
It's true, Wiki Bear. I don't think kids want to know about that level of detail about Custer, you know?
Many of the troops were scalped or mutilated so their souls would walk the earth and never go to heaven. Yay!
Okay.
It was brutal.
Okay, great. Let's change the subject to something more kid-friendly. Who played the character Sloth in the popular 1985 kids movie The Goonies?
Sloth was played by NFL player John Matuzak, whose co-stars included Martha Plimpton and Josh Brolin.
That is correct. That was quite a cast. Yeah.
Speaking of impressive casts, notorious serial killer Ted Bundy often used a fake cast on his arm to lure victims into his car. He sure had a talent for murder, yay!
He'd wear a cast on his arm, I guess, to lure people, make him look weak or something.
Right,
Yeah.
and he escaped from prison before getting the chair and blamed his killings on pornography. Clever to the end, hooray!
You know what?
What a charming fellow!
No. Awful fellow.
From the softest lotus petal extract, we bring you Giga Drowse. Replicate perfect sleep over and over again. Giga Drowse, for when you're tapped out.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
And we're back. All right, let's do this wind thing. Wind. Isn't that what it was called? Yeah. All right. We have Winds Endicon, and it is an aura. All right. We'll bring in two of those. Hold on, let me sort this all out. Mana value. Get rid of Omen. I think we'll settle on 3. 3. Now we've got kind of more of a Simic angle. We do have 10 cards that are blue. I know it's a stretch. I really wanted to keep it mono green, but I also wanted to make it Simic, so it's a little bit of, yeah. Ugly card. Which one are you talking about? Winds Endicon? I think it's pretty cool, especially put it on one of them indestructible lands. It's a bit of a stretch, but watered down coffee. That's not so bad. All right. Well, you know, the takeaways here, as we look at this list that we all built together, so you guys are guilty too, is we haven't seen too much of the ordinary, but I'm actually, you know, normally I'm with you guys. I don't really like these cards, but in this list, I'm really liking them, and I think if I was to be forced to keep playing this, I might be able to find a way for it to move to the deck. But, you know, we've got removal in the cartouche. We have just not seen this cartouche. I know we've revealed it with Impulse. But, yeah. So, note to self, and if you like this deck, I don't know why you would. There's a lot better options out there. But maybe you're just really into Simic and want to give this mental challenge make your mind go through these jumping jacks of deck design. But I think moving forward with this list in this next game we're going to play, I'll attack with this when I can, but I'm early on. If I drop it early, I'm going to mostly focus, hopefully, on getting another creature out. I don't want to be too dependent on just a 2/2 flyer. So, yeah. All right, here we are. Oh, Lightning Colt has bad artwork. I'll have to check that out later. Alrighty, let's. We've got 60. We got 15. We've got Slop. Here we are. Whoop. Let's go. And go from there. Alrighty. Toy Junior 2005. Or maybe 205. Oh, here we go again. Do we chance this, ladies and germs? I'm not going to do it. We're on the draw. We got 2 Abundant Growth. Ooh, we've got the almost unblockable Silhana with Rancor and the Mask. Ooh, I can't one of those Abundant Growths be there. I'm going to keep it. This time we have almost 4 draw spells before, or 4 ways to draw. 2 draw phases before we truly miss a land drop here. I can't answer messages in the show, guys. Sorry. I'll check you out later, Pauper Dude. Oh, another stream on Saturdays. Please don't do that. Probably just forgot. Hey! Ignorance pays off. Let's do this. No, not upset at all. It's just the only person I probably get like, hey, come on, you know better than that, would be like Little Fight or Shirazman messaging me in the show. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, I think we're up against another first day of school list. Let's see how they do. Ideally, I mean, you got the draw and Abundant Growth. Isn't that funny? We're leaning on green for draw. But if you did go more of a forest route and you found use for Utopia Sprawl, that could be a way to roll. But I think you might get marooned a little more often than you think. Oh, yeah, that might not have been the best play. Maybe I should have played the garden, but I'm pretty sure this is a school list. You know, Rakdos anymore seems to be the first day of school list. So thank you for that, robot. Stay in school. That way, you'll always have class. Wise words from Cooper the Red. That's what he said. Ah! I've seen better art on cereal boxes. Good grief. Madness. Ooh, spicy. Look at this. Alchemist Greeting. Discarding. I like Thrill the Possibility. I like it so much. I've got some builds with 4 of those and 4 Faithless Lootings. You want to talk about getting. Go and get. That'd be a great card. Come on, let's design it, chat. What? That sounds, I don't know, that seems red to me. Real ignorant kind of passion and just like, God, impatient, you know. Go and get the card. I guess it would give a creature haste probably, right? That seems like a given. Go and get. Maybe they're not playing that. I want to get the garden activated here. I'm going to go here. Let's see. And how would you spell go and get? You know, like when I say... too fun. Wish you guys could hear Little Fight say that. He has a very good ignorant southern sound when he wants to. He's a master of voices as well. Go and get. I know one of you out there is writing the text for it right now. That's going to be great. Or you should be starting immediately. Well, I dreaded turning this thing sideways and trying to bring it to you guys, but I've been having a lot of fun this morning hanging out with y'all, so thank you for joining me. As they say in broadcast, we know you have many choices for your viewing experience, but I'm glad that you chose Propaganda for this Saturday morning broadcast. Now that's pretty. Ooh, looks like that town in Zelda. What was that, Twilight Princess? Yeah. What was that town called? Never mind. Whoa, we got all kinds of new cards. I'm glad I played that plant. I think there was probably an edict in their hand. This is not a school list, or maybe it is. This is a damn good synergy there. I don't think our opponent's going to have enough time to do much about anything. All right, we don't need the life. Let's draw. We'll pull here as our enchantment list grows and our mask gets gigantic. We could call this the Fauci list. We'll put on like 3 masks. Get double vaccinated, and then now you have to wear 2 masks, right? Ridiculous. Here we go. Ha! It's never enough. We almost got him down. Ancestral mask. Yeah. You know, if there was like some, if this COVID crap keeps up, maybe I'll have to design something like that. But that's all the wrong parts of the face. Maybe I can put it backwards and everybody will be like, what a weird mask. Why are you even doing that? And then I'll have to explain it to every single person. It's like, no, get it? It's a COVID mask, but it's ancestral mask upside down. It's probably not worth it. Okay. Rakdos Madness. Yeah, I like the new Ancestral Mask art, but I'm just a sucker for old cards. I've got them both, but I gave my son the other 4 so that it stops mixing things up so much. All right, focus. I'm up against Madness. There's some big red stuff coming down. So yeah, we're going to bring in these dudes. And man, wins Zendikon. I really want to see ya. I'll lose 2 of these. And maybe 1 cartouche. And that shall do it, folks. Let's see. I think we'll maybe play 1 more after this. Get 4 in. I know we talked a lot and designed a lot. Took up some time with that. So, yeah. Go that route. Ryle. Yeah. Is that like Gon Get? Deals 1 damage to creature you control. The creature gains trample until the end of turn. Draw a card. Go on, get. Go on, get. Yeah. I know that's technically what they say, like, go on, get. But it's like, go on, get. That's usually how they take a few more syllables out. We'll keep this. Kind of similar hand to last game. I like being able to wild growth islands. That's always fun. Are they going to forget to drop their land? I love in a tournament when that happens. You're like, yes! I get to draw a card and go first. I would spell it Gongit. Go and get. I have to be the only streamer talking about this at this time. Well, quantum is a thing. I'm sure there's multitudes of me's talking, playing over different games and different U's. Or maybe just the art of Kilhani Garden is different in that universe. Talk about behold the multiverse. 6 letters is 1 better than 7. Yeah, insolent neonate. Say that at Thanksgiving to a relative. And be like, huh? Hold on, let me look some things up. We are protected. Kinda. We'll keep that boggle back. Lean on Silhana. The ledge walking mama. Woo! Here we go. And that's why my mood's quite elevated today, because I woke up and it's nice and overcast outside, and I'm one of those weirdos that prefers that weather to sunny. We had to watch my son's girlfriend's soccer game. She plays for a pretty big university out here, and they were in town, so they wouldn't let us sit in the stands in bright sunlight, so we had to dangerously crawl up a wall and stand there the whole time watching from technically outside of the campus. But we were all there, and I bring this up because the back of my legs hurt because it was very sunny, and I had a big hat on and protected, but the back of my calves just got fried. It looks like somebody just kind of went like this with spray paint on just my calves. I don't know why the underneath my calves didn't get more burnt. I didn't have socks on or anything, but it just seemed like my calves took the brunt of it. Very strange. The sunburn suggests that I was wearing high socks, but they are tapped out. This is a good thing because we want to do some stuff. I want to impulse. I want to find a way to get her out of electricity range. And we did not find it. Rancors are always good. Drawing cards is always good, but we've... Let's draw the card. Any order. And do we do it now? Have we played a land this turn? We're in no big rush here. I'm going to abundant. Maybe we'll draw into a basic. What do we get here? All right, cool. Well, we're not too invested here. Maybe they'll tap out and give us another go at that mask. Because now we can... we wild growth the land, Rancor, and mask. So that's going to be quite a heavy hit. Probably be in the low teens or 11. Don't ask me. Turn 3, you have 3 lands in play. I think you played a land this turn. Is it turn 3? They've got a Carnarium out and they haven't dropped one yet. I think we missed our land drop that turn, but I could look at the text, but I don't want to gum up the show. So I like playing at nighttime. My favorite ritual when everybody's busy and Dad's not cool enough to play with anymore because they're grown big kids. I tend to just kind of, chill out by myself, drink in hand, and get some candles near the PC because it really helps. Just normal candles, 2 of them on either side. It really helps with monitor eye, when you're on the screen too much, as do glasses like these that help with the, that abuse on your eyes. But anyway, really like doing that. But I bring that up because I'll show you my keyboard. I've got all this wax on it. Because whenever I move my candle at the end of the night, it's always full or just, it's dark. And then every once in a while I'll miss. And like I said, had a few too many gin and tonics the other night. And I'm pretty sure that my dexterity was compromised. And that's why majority of my, but it kind of feels nice when it's hardened up and stuff. It's like a Braille keyboard now for somebody that doesn't need it. But I do know by feel what key I'm on because I've already been at this long enough for that to be a thing. All right. First things last. We've got an opening here. I mean, normally this is when you kind of do the Mother May I dance with, what do you call, eking out enchantments to see if they have electricity or not. But in this stage, they do not. Alrighty. Well, let's do this and this. Throw this on here. We'll use the blue now so it doesn't ask us later again. And hiya. And hiya. Just in case. 2-turn clock. Nice to see a new design out there. If I was them, I would be playing that other vampire, that hasted one. Yeah. Keep chatting with me, folks. Let me know you're there. I'm hard-lined in, but it's nice to know. Give me something to talk about, at least. But yeah, there's a vampire with haste that keeps getting bigger with madness. It's a hell of a deal for 2 is the madness cost, but I forget the name and the other cost. I think it's 4 in a red. But it's a hell of a card when it works. Little Fights killed me with that a lot. He's had some pretty good Rakdos brews with that. Old vampire builds. This guy's just going all in with the madness. I like it. We haven't seen Crusher yet. Bit of a gimme. I think that might be the better way to play Rakdos Reanimator. You just put Exhume in your Crusher and then just build it like this. It's like, what? If it happens, it happens. Unicorn says, sorry, I'm also playing Dead by Daylight, but I'm still here. Oh, no problem. I just like to know that something didn't go on Twitter's, and it's been a long time since we've had any sort of issues. Ever since I changed software and been on this. I mean, it's probably been a good 2 years. I know it's about 7 or 8 months ago before I got all the new cameras and stuff. Thanks to all our Buy Me a Coffee fans out there. I vastly appreciate you. not having to take stuff out of my own pocketbook to keep producing the show and stuff. So greatly appreciate all your support for those of you that have done that. But I got the new camera because it was freezing up my webcam, and now it's really freed up because I can push my camera back and all the stuff anytime I want, or my screen, I should say, and play at a comfortable distance, and my webcam never changes. Okay, I think we got this game. Let's see. What software do you use, or do you have a list of equipment too? Oh, yeah, maybe I should put one of those together. Now, do you mean for editing all the videos or just for streaming? Because I used to swear by for streaming the game show software, and then they just upped and left, and their stuff started getting buggy, and I was forced to... When I first started Propaganda, I didn't like OBS or Streamlabs. I don't even think Streamlabs was a thing yet. But boy, they've really hit it out of the park. So that's what I'm using now. Editing too, for sure. Yeah, I'm mostly I use Avid and Premiere Pro. Mostly Premiere Pro. It's hard to get away from the Adobe family. With it just talks to Photoshop, and that talks to After Effects, and then you just import it, and everything works, and can export in layers, and then yeah, Speedy Gonzalez for sure. All right, let's just attack and see what we get. I think. Hey, you know what? They could have darkness. That is now Pauper legal. A black fog. You use a candle on each side of your monitor when I'm playing, not streaming, but yeah, at night. I swear by that. It's so good for your eyes, and it's just very calming and feels cool. All right, they're digging for darkness. Maybe they got it. Maybe they don't. Wouldn't that be cool if they had darkness? Take down the plant. This guy is ornery. Yep, just little about this big around and about that tall. And they last for about 2 weeks of good gaming and nice light. One of the cool things when you do get, like, at night, you know, I dim the monitor too. And if you, really good thing to do for all of you, because we're all humans, we all have eyes, at least I hope you all do, is, I know, and I talked to an eye doctor, and she was really impressed. I've been doing this since I was like in my teens, but you hold out both your thumbs like this, and then you rack focus with your eyes, meaning like I'll look at something in the distance for this sake of demonstration, the camera, but normally like way far away. Then you look at the thumb farthest away, and you make sure you can focus, and then you look at the one right here. And it's like doing push-ups for your eyes. And trying to get into a ritual where you do that for like 1 minute. You just... you know, middle of the day, whatnot. And it really is. And they'll actually, if you go to like have some sort of eye surgery, they'll give you, what is that called? Physical therapy for your eyes. And that's like one of the best, like squats are like one of the best exercises you can do. So, you know, it's a good ritual to get into. It takes about 30 seconds, and it's good times. All right, we're going to play one more match with this. Man, this cartouche of strength is just a nothing burger. I'm not saying the card's bad. We just have not seen it. I know we only have 2, but usually we're impulsing for something else. I don't know. With the evasion the way it is, maybe we lose both of these and just go with one more impulse and one more wins Zendikon. Make it a nice 4-4-4-4. I always like the balance of that. What is the vampire that say gets bigger? Madness? I might need to add that. Oh, gosh, what is that? Well, let's find it. Yeah. Madness. Hey, no. Madness. Let's see. And it's red. Yeah. Here we are. Come on, come on, come on. Where is it? Blood Mad Vampire. That's the one. Oh, I've mistaken. God, it only costs 3. You menace out for 2. Yeah, when it deals combat damage to your player, you put a +1/1 counter on it. This thing gets burly quick. So, yeah, I forgot that we were playing. Thank you for the little follow-up there. Very cool. A nice little list. I think, do you run Omog's Crusher in that 917? Because it might be kind of cool. I was saying during our game, I don't know if you had the stream on or not. Hopefully not at that time. Ghosting for all it's worth, right? But it might be kind of cool to, like, you know, if you see the Crusher Exhume hand, cool. If not, you just discard it. And then, but you don't build so all in with it, and you've got so many other neat discard elements. It's a neat Rakdos approach with that. I think got my gears turning here. So what's the verdict here, guys? Do we keep in Cartouche of Strength? It's a lot of 3 spots. if we swap it, we're going to need an... I would just like the balance of seeing 4 ofs. It's really just a little Madness Jank Brew. Hey, yeah, just like this is a little Simic Jank Brew, that's for sure. Oh, interesting, Dreamer Sting. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading backwards. F-Lux, that's pretty cool. I just use it. Last thing I need is another app, but it's maybe a good option for somebody out there that wants that. Cartouche of Knowledge. Oh, I don't even know if I have that card. What the heck is that? Cartouche. Hey, come on, come on, come on. C-A-R-T-O-U. C-H? Yeah. Boy, don't ask me to spell nothing. Cartouche. Oh, no, I don't even have those. And it's a battlefield. Draw a card. Ooh! Yeah, that's what we should be using. Cartouche of Knowledge. Oh. That ain't bad. Draw a card, gets 1/1, and has flying. That's pretty cool. I think I like that better than the strength. PAUPERGANDA First. Let's trade with one of the bots here. Let's see if they'll let me. Boink. Boink. A lot of firsts today. Kind of a... Hey, get. Alrighty, let's do this. Cartouche. Yeah. Show me the blue. I'll say 4. Submit. Confirm. And now I have the card. It's pretty rare that that happens to me. Dink. Constructed. Yes, I know. The cards have been added to my collection. You needy little robot reminder. 1, 2. 1, 2. I said 2. There we go. Or should we move that to the sideboard? We've got enough pingers. Thank you for that, Dreamer Stingo. I think the deck just got better. It's an enchantment. It adds evasion. It draws a card. It's an aura. Cartouches chronicle the inmates' achievements in the trials. Okay. All right. We have changed it every round. We built this together from ground up. And this will be our last stand. We have, let's see, we won 1. And here we go. Bloatware. That's a, but it's lightweight. One of the first things I install. That's interesting. I'm such a control freak. You know, I've throughout the day, I adjust my monitor's brightness just to what I like. I don't know if I'd want to rely on software because then that's just me though. For some of you out there, you might like it, but oh, come on. Just got 7 cards in hand. Maybe they don't want to be on TV or camera or whatever you call streaming. All right. Come on, MTGO. It's not my computer. It's crazy if you're on the PC at sunrise watching your monitor light up. Yep. Here we go. Beep. Alrighty. Last one here, folks. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Not the same deck. This is a one of. But now we know. We've tried many options, not just one. Clunky mana. But boy, do we got some heavy hitters. Maybe. We're on the draw. Things will get better. We'll keep. PauperRBust. I like the name. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. It's staggering to think of how many hours I've played Pauper. If you lined them up. Life well led, I say. And I've told this story a long time ago, but I always cracked up when MTGO first came out. And I've always been a minimalist. I don't like stuff. I'm the furthest thing from a hoarder. And when MTGO came out, I was just so happy because I was like, all right, you know, I can finally play people. Oh, here's that heavy metal land. A lot of people might not have seen. Dun, dun, dun. But anyway, boy, what's up with all these Rakdos lists? Everybody's in the first day of school is today. But it came out and she was kind of funny going like, you're going to play with fake cards or like, you know, these digital objects. It was a whole new thing back in like, I think it was 2002 when it debuted. And I was, you know, in the beta. So I was that summer. And I was like, well, I'm having real fun. They might not be things I can grab, but the memories I'm making and the fun and knowledge I'm gaining and, you know, mental exercise and stuff is real. And she kind of laughed at that. So put that one in your Rolodex. I know people probably have to look up what Rolodex is, you young kids out there. In other words, text it to yourself as a nice little reminder for when you're in a relationship and you hear that one, you'll have a little fireback ammo. Yeah. Goblin Matron. Yeah. The game is always in your mind, even when the cards are made of atoms. Woo. Getting deep. All right. Well, we've got a token, so we're not too afraid, but we're kind of stuck on land. So we'll go like this. And we'll invest and hopefully draw into... Boy, I'm really... You know what? The test of the card is always, do you like seeing it, even if before you cast it. I like seeing Cartouche here. Look at the scenario, right? It gets our creature evasion. We're going to draw. It's surprised it doesn't see a little bit more play. Maybe I've been building Simic Aura Narled all wrong. Like, no, jackass. You shouldn't build it. Cuckoo Lithid. Hey, somebody recommended me a deck similar to Dredge. Very cool. I like the format, and Dredge is my favorite deck in the format. Well, you came to the right place. We got all kinds of Pauper people in the house, so anybody got a cool link to Dredge mechanics you can share with Cthulhu Ithalid, I think. Don't ask me to say that 3 times. I'll call you CI if you don't mind. Got some heavy metal lands across from us. I haven't even seen this card yet in play. Elusive Pilferer. Dies, create a treasure token. Encore. Reveal it from your graveyard. Token copy. That's a lot of text for a common, right? Cthulhu works too. Cthulhu. Isn't anybody just called Jack? Well, now that doesn't look so good, does it? Do we go all in with that? I think we're just going to invest in this dude here. Boop, boop, boop. Mess, get him out of range. Our knowledge's nice. But we are trying to win the game here. 5-3's enough. Attack. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a first day of school list. Okay. We got to shut the door here quick. I've got quite a bit of fodder out there. Yeah, Matron's a good addition there. Cooper the Red, you run Matron in your list? I don't remember seeing it. Might be good to lock up that Prospector. All right. That is pretty good. That shuts the door. You know what? I know Mask is an awesome play here, but I want to play this Cartouche and see what we draw. 4 of them. Oh, okay. I don't think I saw one, or maybe I did. I've already played a lot of games today. Ah! Clunky, clunky. Well, if we get to untap, we'll win, but... Evasion's pretty cool. We've drawn a card. We have quite a few videos on Rakdos 2 there in the past. Built quite a few things. If you like Reanimator, don't overlook Igneous Pouncer, I think it is. It's a 5/1 that triggers the thing. Like, that'll help. The Dragon's Breath, but it also swamp and mountain cycles. I mean, you rarely want to play it, but it is a nice top deck when you're closed out. I don't think that list gets enough love, or that card. Yeah, Matron's always been in the Pauper metagame, comes and goes. The player Signal had just a tremendous list. There's a damn fine card. Impact Tremors is money. I don't dislike these swamps that our opponent's playing, but they're so out of Magic that it's just distracting to the eye. You should be able to right click on them and just turn it into your favorite art. Oh, he's got us. Is it enough? I've always loved impact trimmers. Cooper the Red, send me that list that you're on pauperganda@gmail.com. I'd be curious. I've got all the cards, you know, to check that out. All right, so we're up against yet another first day of school list. As we did before, we bring this in to deal with that. You know, Zendikon might be pretty good here. Nah, we'll get rid of it for this scenario. And Sonic Gift in our Hermetic Study package will come in. And do we lose a... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get rid of a Rancor and a Mutation. Yeah? Why not? Everything's correct. I just wish that it didn't have to be red or blue, the new first day of school kind of combo-esque angle for it. And just such a sitting duck in games 2 and 3. Ew. This is a Vegas hand. What I mean by that is when you go to Vegas, you only hear people winning. The machines make noise when it's exciting and, oh, look. Just imagine. So our hand looks very good because it's all stuff you want to do, but you don't have anything to do with. No money. Imagine if Vegas machines made noises every time someone lost. Boy, what ugly 2 hands. Now we got 2 lands, and they're the only 2 growth chambers we've got. We got them both in the same hand. All right, enough of this. Keep. We've got this. I'll get rid of Impulse. I think the growth. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the growth. When does the YouTube video usually drop after the stream so I can copy the list? Oh, 917, you want to copy this list? I wouldn't recommend that. It's fun, but I ain't going to. Well, so far it's been a little over 50-50. But to answer your question, it's usually around 3 hours because I could do it almost immediately, but it's real grainy, and I'm such a stickler for quality that I just kick myself when I see that. I'm like, I can't stand it. So yeah, that's the answer. Get that out. Yeah, let's bring out the Boggle here. I'm really liking this Cartouche of Knowledge. Hey man, saw the Madless list. I like my casual decks. Yeah. Me too. I fall into a weird category of kind of super rogue, and then I have the gall to bring it to some tournaments and sometimes make things like Brute Squad or Rally Gond or what's the other one? Boros Boli. I got a few claims to credit, damn it. It's like a broken clock, I always say. Okay, we're going to enchant this here. Whoop. And then we're going to draw a card with Cartouche. Thanks to Dreamer Stango's input. Probably wouldn't have stumbled upon this. Drawing a card. Be a land. Hey, that's all right. I'll take it. And we have a Flying Frog. I've brought you a lot of things today, but I think that's the first Flying Frog I've ever attacked with. I've attacked with one with Frog Tongue, which draws a card. Makes it have reach. But for one more, you get a power boost, and the thing flies, and you draw a card. Whoa! That's a creepy looking duress. Well, that's going to really pay some dividends. We're going to find out if he's got Edict right away. He does not. They took Hydroblast. I would have been really worried there. Or maybe they just got an Edict, followed this up. Nope. All right. Well, we're going to get our fuzzy little bear out. Cool. We'll follow that up with some of this. We've got bears and frogs. I should say beasts. Beasts. That is a trippy new one, ain't it? Magic brought peace to the Fastlands, but was soon corrupted. I like when they do that, like The Mystic Age, a saga of spells. It's like, oh, I want to read that book. Where is it? Ah, some ancient tomb of knowledge. I like when they add that little bit of lore and a little tag onto the end of things. Very cool. Or is a Saga Duress still the best? I don't know about that, my friend. That ever printed duress of the elf, where she's just like, that is just so see and say with what it does. All those needles coming at the elf, just like, oh, don't move an inch. And I like the pirate one with the dude in the boat. That quote, that's the one I go with lately. Yeah, I think when I sort my collection or import my son's 2 accounts and stuff, I probably have like 50 duresses. But I believe that your version is white bordered. Isn't it, Dreamer Stingo? Was that a dig at me? Well, it shows how observant I am. I've never even noticed this in my chat here. There's this little chat identity. What the hell's that? I think that's kind of new. I'm not the most observant person. Let's draw a card first. We might have some good options here. Cool. Yep. We'll do this to this to this. I guess we'll put it on this. Yeah, let's do that. I'll keep this back for the thing. Yeah, sure. I mean, they've got 1 turn to do the thing. 5 cards, 4 mana. Soon to be 5. The important thing is that we agree Dragons of Tarkurduras is no good. I'm not quite sure if I know that one off chance. It's got a black border. I'll accept it. Alrighty. Well, gosh, what was that? I think we only lost the 1 there. But I wouldn't recommend this. But it was a fun experiment, wasn't it? So we'll revisit the list here, and then we'll call it a day, my friends. But thanks for hanging out with me with this Simic Slop. Maybe we should call that Simic Slop. Simic Gnarlid. I don't know what we should call it, but definitely a community show. So I think this is where we're going to kind of leave the list. I'm soon to probably just trash it. I don't think I'll, or maybe I'll keep it, and then after the name, I'll put ... not viable 2021, I think. I mean, but who's to say, you know? We did win. We only lost 1 game. But it just shows the power of the green cards, right? Impulse, I really like the 2 spots we've got here. I think 3 impulses, right? And the cartouche is always nice to see. You might even want to go up to 3 of those. I'm not sure if the Zendikon eats edicts and stuff, so it acts as like a Honey Garden, 3, 4, and 5. Stable Mutation, a little underwhelming, but nice top deck, and that last little oomph to put Ancestral Mask over the top. Usually the death by crack, as we said, isn't enough because you're hitting hard enough, but let's not kid each other. The green cards are what really is powering this through. So you gain a lot of consistency, but if you don't go 2 colors, you're kind of stuck in the wild growth plan. And as far as first turn enchantments go, who knows? I do have a build of this, probably 3, as many deck lists as I've got. I mean, this is getting ridiculous how many lists I've got. And some of these I purposely take stuff out because I don't want it to show up, and so I'll make my sideboard 16 cards just so I know to revisit it later. But anyway, so our Gnarlid turned sideways a bit. Successful show overall, I think. Won't be doing it all that often. We'll be back next week with more of a thought out, metagame sort of approach. Maybe, who knows? I'm not going to make any promises. I learned from last time. And remember, guys, we've got some whiteboarded cards up here that are just waiting to get the flame. There we go. Just waiting to get the flame. Will it be this one? Who knows? It's up to you. Well, the little promo I run about which card will burn, those are the ones that are in that box. So once you spend your hard-earned Pauper points, you'll be the first one to go. So you should play Rakdos Reanimator next week. Hey, maybe I will. Good games, Pauper people. And back at you, Shiraz. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Till next week, adieu. Adios.